Hello world, it is Monday, November 14th, 2011. I hope everybody's having a fantastic start to their week so far. And today I am going to be doing my review of Angels and Demons, the book review. The novel by Dan Brown, not the movie with Tom Hanks that's based on the book itself. I haven't watched the movie yet. I'm probably sure that I'll probably enjoy the book a lot more. Which I did. I really did enjoy Angels and Demons. So, just so you know, disclaimer. As a disclaimer with most stuff to talk about with Dan Brown, yeah, he uses a lot of history and a lot of historical characters for the basis of his story, but a lot of it is fiction. There is some fact to it, but not very many. So let's talk about Angels and Demons, the book. Now, the premise of the book is that over 400 years ago, and this is actual fact in the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages and stuff like that, the Roman Catholic Church claimed an undisputed monopoly on truth. You know, there wasn't much scientific discovery, and the Roman Catholic Church was seen as the center of truth in the world. That is kind of, at least in Europe, and that was kind of a very undisputed fact at the time. However, once the Renaissance happens, once science starts to take traction, the Catholic Church tried to make many attempts to suppress scientists and scientific discoveries. So, to protect scientists, now this is where fact ends and fiction sort of begins. A secret society called the Illuminati, the Illuminati did exist, but not in this capacity. The Illuminati is translated to English to the Illuminated Ones, was formed by Galileo, fiction, so scientists could discuss their findings and their research in a safe place. The Roman Catholic Church eventually hunted down and publicly executed 4 prominent members of the Illuminati, forcing them to flee all over the world. So, 400 years later, the Illuminati have returned to exact their revenge on the Catholic Church. They have stolen an antimatter time bomb from CERN, from the CERN laboratories. If you guys don't know what CERN is, if you heard the Large Hadron Collider that's in Europe, it's run by the CERN laboratories. And they have placed it in Vatican City. So to make matters even more complicated, they've done this on the eve of the papal elections, and kidnapped the 4 preferati. The 4 preferati are the 4 favorite cardinals to become pope. And they have planned to murder them, as the night goes on. So CERN and the Vatican have placed their hopes in not only saving the cardinals, but the Vatican as a whole on Robert Langdon, who is a professor of religious symbology at Harvard University. Accompanying him is Vittoria Vetra, who is a CERN scientist who helped her adoptive father, who was murdered at the beginning of the book, create antimatter. Who helped create the antimatter, and they have to go around and crack the hidden code of the Illuminati and save the Catholic Church. So, here's what's good about Angels and Demons. The book doesn't stop. The book is a race against time. So as Langdon and Victoria only have like 5 hours to stop the antimatter bomb from going off. The book really brings out this premise well, by not only stopping the momentum, not for one bit. The main characters, Langdon and Vittoria, don't get any rest at all. There's no moments of reprise where they can focus on the inner workings of the characters, and there's like a little bit of that, but the book instantly jumps you right back into the fact that they are on a race against time to save the Vatican, to save the Catholic Church. And it keeps the book running on pure adrenaline. It's a race against time. You really feel that while you're reading the book. And as a result, it will keep you wanting to turn the pages over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's a really addictive book and a really addicting read. So, one thing that's also really good about Angels and Demons is that in the beginning of the book, they include maps of Vatican City and parts of Rome where, so you really get a sense. So whenever the characters go somewhere, you can look on the map. This kind of adds a level of reader involvement. Not that they can figure out the puzzle, but that they can know where in relation that they're going, so that readers can better imagine and better picture where these places are in relation to everything else, so that it makes a whole lot more sense. Another thing that's really good about Angels and Demons is the writing style. Dan Brown uses a really heightened economy of words. Since the locations here describing are locations very well renowned, very well known, if you really want to know what a place looks like, just go up on Google Images and type the place up and you can get a perfect picture there. So with that, he really doesn't have to use a lot of very descriptive words to describe a lot of things, which, again, it kind of adds to the momentum of how the book doesn't stop. So it keeps adding to that level of, okay, we really don't have time to describe how this place looks because we have to find a bomb. We have to find a priest that is possibly dying from here. So you have to, you know, so he uses these great choices of words that can describe characters, events, surroundings, all these sort of things will really help heighten the sense of tension and the sense of that we don't have time for this shit. Like, you know? So we have a world to save, and it really kind of reflects that really well. Another thing that's really cool about really good about the book is one of the characters. I want to highlight one of the characters, which is Carlo Ventresca, who is the Carlo Mango. The Carlo Mango is a person who, I don't know if this is actually true or not. I didn't do any research on this, but he is sort of like a chaplain to the Pope, and during the time of the papal elections, he is like the steward of the Vatican City. So he's like the interim Pope, I guess the best way to describe it, until the College of the Cardinals can elect someone to be Pope. And he's definitely, out of all the characters, he is a very complex character, very, you know, complex, well-developed character. He's probably the best character in the entire story as a whole because of his motivations, his feelings, his emotions, his ideals, his, you know, he's a very complex character and a bag full of mysteries, and it's just a very fascinating character. It's always such a pleasure to kind of focus on him and the character as a whole, and to see that sort of play out and see him do that, and see that character sort of evolve and his motives being revealed and stuff like that throughout the story, throughout these 5 hours, throughout the 5 hours that the book is set in. It's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, he's definitely one of the best literary characters that I have seen and read in quite a while. So that's pretty much it. If the bottom line of Angels and Demons, it is an exciting thriller. It is an excellent read. Like, you know, I would easily recommend this to anyone as a really good book. I mean, this book will, like, I mean, my recommendation is give yourself some free time to read the book, because if not, it will literally like suck you in. The book will really suck you in because, like I said, the book is just so fast-paced, and the way that he writes, it allows you just to keep going and going and going to try to unravel this mystery that the book is trying to solve. And it's absolutely fantastic, and it refuses to let go. Like, it refuses you to let go. It's like, you know, it's like, you're not putting this book down, I'm going to add this surprise here. And it's a fantastic read, and I really recommend it to anyone who wants to read it, who loves reading, who just, you know, wants to find a good book. This is a really great book, and I really recommend it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. My next video, as you know, is going to be a list of 5, and it's going to be a list of 5. Again, I know this is like the second week in a row when I actually know what list I'm going to do. It's going to be a list of my 5 favorite Nightwish songs, because I don't know if you guys listen to Nightwish. They're a Finnish metal band. They just released the music video for their first single of their new album, Imaginarium. The song is called Storytime. Really love the song. I think it's really, really awesome. And it kind of get me thinking of what are my 5 favorite Nightwish songs. So I'm going to do a list of that and do it within the next few days. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully Wednesday, if not, hopefully sometime within the week. Alright, talk to you later. Peace.